get close enough to see the pistons and what's happening.
Okay.
This is a demonstration of what happens when you don't do enough load banking to keep your piston rings loose. This one, you can see the typical free rings that you would see in a normal operating engine. The second piston, the rings have been seized from too much carbon, lack of load banking, and not enough temperature in the cylinders to keep the carbon cleaned out. What actually happens is when the rings no longer stay tight in the cylinders, the air begins to sneak past the rings because of the high combustion, and you're dealing with like 15 to 1800 degrees of cylinder temperatures, and as that hot air escapes, it starts to burn the piston. You can see the score marks on the side from the high temperatures of the escaping hot gases. And then this is the ultimate failure. You see what happens after it goes on for a period of time. It begins to erode the entire piston. You can't even see the rings anymore. They're completely embedded in molten aluminum from all the combustion that's been escaping.
Where did these pistons come from?
They came from an 8.3 Cummins that was being used on the Harrisburg International Airport runway lights. It's kind of typical to see this if you haven't been load banking enough. You need higher cylinder temperatures to keep the carbon cleaned out. Also, when you load bank, you're keeping your cylinder temperatures high enough to keep all the wet stacking, which is condensation in your exhaust pipe. You're burning all of that out. It's the same scenario that you hear when people say, well, you got to burn the carbon out of the car, you know. That's exactly what you need to do to keep the rings loose so that the compression doesn't sneak past the piston.
All right, thank you very much.